What's up guys, MeowTechYT here, and today I'm going to be doing an iPhone housing swap, and basically we're just going to see how fast I can do it. Most people complain about these swaps. They say it's like a lot of work, but to me it's really not. You just have to, do it a few times, and you get the hang of it. Once you know where everything goes, that's it. So yeah, we're just going to be, obviously this has everything except for the charging port, all these small parts I mean. So yeah, we're just going to go right into this, and I'm going to put myself on the timer. This is a 14 Pro Max for those who don't know. So let's go. First thing we're going to do is turn the phone off. Take out the bottom screws. Lift the screen. Some people don't like doing this. You just have to really have a feel of like what you're doing, where your tools are going. I can feel that I'm under the plastic bezel. This one looks like the screen has also been done before, so that is going to make it easier to open. So just taking off the plate. Obviously, that's the first step. Second step, disconnect the battery. Third step, disconnect the screen. Next, we're this plate too. Tell me about it. Let's remove the camera next on this one. And if you're wondering why I am not using my iFixit one for everything else, it's because I lost all the bits. So that's great. Don't say anything stupid. I'm making a YouTube video. Don't say anything stupid. I'm making a YouTube video.
It's gonna catch you more views.
Uh-huh. Or get me banned. One of the two. Yeah, I will. I'm not too worried in the end. Alright, camera's out, LiDAR is out. Next we're going to do the top speaker. So this just has the two screws here. Normally this one from the plate would be holding it down. We're going to pull that. We're going to pull this has the dot projector, IR camera, and normal front camera. Now, what's next is, we do have to remove the board next. However, we can't do that until we remove the battery, because the 5G cable runs down the side here where the battery is. So sometimes these batteries are already loose. Let's see if that's the case with this one. No, it's not. Even though the frame is destroyed, it's not loose. So we're going to pause the timer and throw this on the heat pad. Alright guys, the phone is done on the heat pad, and it is pretty hot. So we're just going to start the timer back up. Here we go. And yes, some people do choose to use the pull tabs. I personally don't like them. They break off. I have to remove other stuff first. Especially the top ones are pretty hard to access. I don't recommend that you guys do this, but I do it a lot. Don't use metal tools to remove a battery. Some people choose to use alcohol to remove it. Also perfectly valid. I just don't like the mess. Just make sure you're not really bending the battery. A tiny bit is fine, but if there's like a crease in the battery from bending it, then I recommend don't use that battery again. So we're just gonna pull it. There we go. Remove the adhesive. And what I do next is I roll it to make it more flat with these creases. And these are not the creases I'm talking about. These are fine. Just if you bend it and you get creases, don't use that. There we go, nice and flat. And we're gonna prep this for the new housing. This is not the correct adhesive, which is not a big deal for this. Just if you're using different adhesive, just be careful that it does not cover over where the wireless charging coil is, because next time you pull that battery, it's going to destroy your coil. And we'll put one more strip for good measure. And put the battery aside. Now, let's remove 5G cable. Pull it loose. Move all the other stuff. And the board is now free. There's the board. If your housing is super shattered, make sure there's no glass on the back or other debris. Next up, charging port. First, we remove the speaker. 4 screws. This is where it can get a little bit tricky, especially if you've never done a newer housing swap before. Pull this, pull the sticker off. Now we're going to do Taptic engine. There's a standoff screw on the right side. Next we're going to do this little bracket here. I don't know what it's called, but it covers the microphone and the pressure sensor. We're going to pop up the mic from here. Be very careful. Thin cable. And then we will remove this part. The new housing comes with one, a brand new one, so I will be using the new one for a better seal. But I will put this with the screws just so we know that's what those screws go to. Now we're going to take out all the remaining screws. So there's going to be 2 on this side. Holding the cable to the side. There's going to be 1 right here. And just arrange them in a fashion that you will remember where they go. That one goes on the bottom. Now we have 2 standoffs. Normally you should do these in order. I don't, to save efficiency. I try to do similar screw types together, but yeah. 2 Phillips screws on the bottom here. 1 second. The power button was very dirty. I had to open it and clean it.
That's all.
Sorry about that, guys. There was a customer. Let's continue. Just gonna go over here. One Phillips here. And one TrapWine here. Okay, charging port is ready to be removed. First thing we're going to do is pop this mic off so the cable does not tear. Then we can just kind of get underneath and pull the whole thing out. There we go. Now before I'm done with this housing, sometimes the new housings come with extra screws or they come with missing screws. So you just gonna want to check here, make sure everything's as it should be. Look at that, there's an extra screw right here for no reason. Throw that away. You want to look around the camera especially. And luckily, everything is as it should be. So we no longer need this, we can put that aside. So we're gonna first lift this a little bit, slide the charging port under it, just like so. Just like that. Align it, hold it, make sure real quick the charger goes in properly. Yes, it does. First, I always like to put the screws in at the bottom of the charging port. Just to keep the whole thing in. And for the sake of efficiency again, I'm just going to do all the similar screws at once. This part can be a little bit tricky. That has to stay together. Okay, let's do TrapWine. Alright, next up, these screws. We can throw this part away now. Next, Taptic engine, speaker, you know, same order that it was disassembled. And for the speaker, one thing to be careful of, it has to be really aligned with this bottom part to have a seal there. Just hold it while you're putting your first two screws in. Press the sticker on. More screws. Now, one extra screw this does come with is for the 5G antenna. Don't know why. Everybody's got their own screws already. But anyway, we are ready for the board. So let's drop that in here. Come on, I hate this top part right here. There we go. We will put the screws in for the board. Okay, next up, 5G antenna cable. And this cable is, I believe, for the Apple Pay sensor? Or no, GPS, that's for GPS. Flatten that out. And now we are ready for, we'll put the liner in, make sure there's no glass on it. That's not good. Ready for the camera. This peel is just to make sure no dust gets on the lens. Okay, that's now in. Let's put the cover on it. Oh, that's strange. The screw's not going in. So sometimes this is an issue. Oh wait, no. I'm stupid, that's the wrong hole. Next up, Face ID and front camera. Make sure that's aligned properly. Yep. Top speaker. Okay. Put this plate. Insert the battery. And we can connect it right now because we know that the phone is off. Now let's do, threw it away. Why did I do that? The seal. Sticky on it from the trash. I'm not going to concern myself with that. Ew, that's not good. Pause this. I'm missing a tool. There it is. And yeah, this thing is in terrible shape, but I just use this to seal it properly. Okay. Remove the seal. Peel it. Connect the screen. Insert the plate. There we go. Press the power button because I put it down like that. And there we go. All done. Looking like a brand new phone. 20.5 minutes. And there's a transformation. Pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.